You ever walked into a tech store and feel like the TVs are staring at you? All that light, the kind that makes your pupils shrink. It's like being welcomed into the future by a wall of glowing rectangles screaming, "Buy me!" Big brands, big screens, bigger promises. But sometimes, behind those explosions of color and sound, there's a secret no one's telling you. Because not all of these TVs are what they pretend to be. In fact, some of the most recognizable names in your local electronics section? Total disasters hiding inside familiar logos. So yeah, today we're diving right into it. The TV brands you should flat out avoid in 2025. Not because they're cheap, not because they're unknown, but because behind the plastic and branding, things are breaking down fast. Are you ready? Number 12. ON, the disposable TV. God bless Walmart for trying, but listen, ON is not built for regular human use. This is a name you'd trust for a basic HDMI cable or a pack of AA batteries, not a smart TV. I swear, you turn one of these on, and you wonder if it's powered by a hamster on a wheel. Menus glitch, apps stall. Some even go completely black for no reason. And customer support? Non-existent. One viewer wrote to us, "I bought an ON for the garage. It died before my lawnmower warranty expired." We tested one in-house. Out of the box, stuck pixels. Day 3, Wi-Fi stopped connecting unless we stood right next to it. Day 10, it froze on the YouTube loading screen. For 17 minutes. Look, if you want background noise in your workshop, maybe. But the living room centerpiece? Save yourself the misery. Number 11. Element. Budget. But make it painful. Remember when your grandma gave you socks for Christmas? Element TVs are kind of like that. Useful in theory, sad in execution. Element comes across like a value pick. But here's what people don't say. The remotes are cheap. The interfaces are ancient. And trying to adjust the picture settings feels like programming a microwave from 1992. Actual review. My Element TV sounds like a buzzing fluorescent light. And that's with the volume off. Oh no. Here's the kicker. If something goes wrong, support might send you a replacement part. But assembly instructions? Hope you like puzzles. You know what Element gets right? The box. The packaging's actually very clean. Unfortunately, what's inside doesn't live up to it. Number 10. Westinghouse. The brand from your dad's garage. Yeah, believe it or not, Westinghouse still makes TVs. Or rather, the name gets stamped on TVs made by different mini factories around the world. Quality is a roulette. Panel from Taiwan? Could be decent. Panel from that lab near the port in Ecuador? Pray for it. One guy messaged us, "I bought a Westinghouse for our vacation cabin. Turned it on 6 months later, and every app said incompatible." That was before the sound died. Yeesh. They're trying to stay relevant with things like Roku integrations and 4K claims. But under the hood, speeds are awful. Brightness is weak. Build quality? Don't sneeze near it. Let's move on. Number 9. Magnavox. Trying real hard to be remembered. What was once a staple in boomboxes and tube TVs is now a ghost brand. Half nostalgia, half disappointment. The best word to describe current Magnavox TVs? Confused. Like, are they trying to imitate Roku devices? Samsung panels? Nobody knows. It's like the UI was designed during lunch on a Friday. You scroll through the menus and it kind of works until it doesn't. And that's the theme with Magnavox. Almost functional. Great for your nephew's first TV. Terrible if you plan to do anything other than watch basic cable during daylight hours. One user tried casting YouTube from their phone. Big mistake. I froze the TV, restarted it, lost all saved settings. If the brand were a person, it'd be that guy who shows up late with a half-thought-out plan but insists he can fix it. With duct tape. Number 8. Polaroid. Still stuck in snapshot mode. Yeah, they somehow ended up in the TV market, and unsurprisingly, the results are about as awkward as digital video from a camera company. Initial thoughts? Pretty box, slick branding, a ton of specs plastered everywhere. But all of that goes out the window when you see the screen. Grainy blacks, weak whites, completely blown out contrast. One subscriber said it best: watching a Polaroid TV is like playing a video game on a potato. The lag is real, and yep, he wasn't kidding. We tested input lag and it's noticeable. Like playing Mario Kart becomes comedy. Plus, just navigating home menus took 9 seconds every time. 9 seconds. We counted. There's nothing instant about this instant brand. Number 7. Hitachi. The brand is pretending to be awake. Ah, Hitachi. Sounds like quality, huh? But nope, it's just name licensing again. Turns out, most Hitachi TVs today are made by third-party companies slapping on the badge and cutting costs everywhere they can. Picture, average. Audio, thin. Software, decades behind. One owner DM'd us, booted my new Hitachi. It took 3 minutes, then it crashed while opening Netflix. Worst unboxing since my blender. Ouch. Here's the thing. If you told me to build a Franken TV out of the worst parts of 5 brands, it'd look a lot like current Hitachi models. It's not that they're aggressively bad, they're just sleepwalking. Like someone asked, "Can this play TV?" And the engineers went, "Technically," then hit approval. Number 6. Sanyo. Stuck in a time loop. Sanyo was never the most premium brand, but it used to hold its ground. Now, it's basically background noise in electronics departments. Nobody really recommends them, but they somehow still show up in stacks near checkout lines. That should tell you everything. Software is locked, buttons feel mushy, picture tuning is a mess, and don't even try adjusting color balance unless you got patience. One viewer told us, "I tried to adjust brightness. It increased sharpness. Tried to lower the volume, the TV shut off. I'm scared to plug in anything at this point." What Sanyo gives you is a shell, a vessel that once promised functionality, but just can't keep up anymore. Look, call us picky, but when 2025 gives us 120 Hz panels, near-instant game mode, and Dolby Atmos, Sanyo's mids-only audio and Blurfest panels feel criminal. But we're just warming up. Number 5. Sharp. Flat name, flatter execution. Once upon a time, Sharp was a legend. Cranked out some of the first HD TVs, built panels for competitors. People respected it. Fast forward to now? Most Sharp-branded TVs are built under licensing deals in China or Mexico. Quality varies wildly. Performance, even more so. We tested one 55-inch Sharp Roku TV and listened to the startup sound glitch 4 times before the screen finally loaded. And when it did, it looked like someone laminated the image with Vaseline. Real customer story. I bought a Sharp for my grandmother because she only uses basic channels. Even that was too much. The thing couldn't stay connected to Wi-Fi, and the volume randomly maxed out one night. She thought the house was haunted. Look, anything can go wrong once. But when failure becomes a running joke, that's not bad luck, that's bad hardware. And aside from decent budget soundbars, Sharp is just fading. The pixels aren't the only thing ghosting. Number 4. Vizio. Once a budget hero, now just a struggle. This one hurts, honestly. Vizio used to be the answer. Didn't want to pay Samsung money? Cool, buy a Vizio. You'd get a bright display, solid 60 Hz gaming, smooth refresh, cheap price. And people trusted them. They were like Costco's unofficial TV brand for years. But something broke around 2020, and it's still broken. We've had dozens of viewers in just this year alone say the same thing. The software ruins the whole experience. SmartCast sounds good on paper. Built-in streaming, remote casting, nice. In real life, it lags, it crashes. Voice control doesn't understand voice. And sometimes the TV just decides it's done for the day and freezes on the home screen like it got stage fright. One guy messaged, "Bought the Vizio M series. Looked amazing. For 5 months. Then apps started disappearing. Support told me to reset the firmware. Did that. TV then forgot it had speakers. That's tragic. If you use a streaming stick, Vizio's picture still shines, for a while. But Prey software doesn't push an update. Because when they update, stability dives. And the worst part? Customer service says, that's not happening to anyone else. Come on, Vizio. Stop pretending this is a one-time issue. Fix the core. Number 3. Sony, the perfectionist with performance anxiety. Sony's a weird beast, right? In terms of pure picture quality, still easily top 3. No one's arguing that. Their image processing is art. Blacks are deep. The motion is gorgeous. You watch a Planet Earth doc on a Sony OLED, and suddenly you're a nature lover with opinions about penguin migration. But here's the problem. Everything around the picture feels stuck. Let's talk about software. Sony still uses Android TV or Google TV now, which, on a bad day, makes your smart TV feel like a half-smart toaster. Menus stutter. Load screens hang. Updates can quietly break entire features, and they take forever to roll them out. One guy waited 6 months for a promised Dolby Vision update. Keep checking. Still under development. And Sony? Still charging premium prices like it's 2015 and the competition never caught up. We're talking $2,300 for a 55-inch, sometimes more. And yet, the remote feels thinner than a hotel key card and slower than your uncle's old flip phone. It's like they spent all the budget on the pixels and had $1.37 left for usability testing. Big fan base, no doubt. But here's the vibe in 2025. People are starting to love Sony in spite of Sony. They love the image, just hate the process of getting to the image. Like owning a sports car where the AC doesn't work and the door randomly locks you inside. Sony, you make magic. Just modernize the rest. Number 2. LG, the king of OLED that keeps tripping on its own shoelaces. Look, let's be honest, LG has been the face of OLED since day one. The C-Series? Total classic. Deep blacks, punchy colors, sleek hardware. Chef's kiss. So what's the problem? They got lazy, and people are starting to notice. Burn-in worries? Still around for certain models. WebOS updates? Hit or miss. And the UI? Bloated, confusing. Way too full of ads you didn't ask for. We had one owner tell us, every time I want to switch inputs, I get a pop-up about some football package I never signed up for. It's like banner ads took over my TV. Ugh. And then there's the updates. Holy glitch fest! One LG C2 owner updated their firmware last month. It nuked Dolby Atmos support. Another guy hit update all on apps and got stuck in an infinite loading loop that made him unplug the TV completely. Add to that the rising prices and inconsistent quality between batches, and you've got what used to be a lock, feeling like a roll of the dice. LG is still one of the best, on paper. But in your living room? Too many people saying the same thing. It was amazing when I bought it. Then, it started acting weird. LG, you've got the crown. Just stop digging potholes in your own road. That brings us to number 1. Samsung, the king of brightness, addicted to ads. No surprise here, right? Samsung is still the big dog. Walk into Best Buy and it's all Samsung down the wall. The QLEDs, Neo QLEDs, Quantum this, Infinity that. And they look stunning in store. Bright, sharp, colorful, no argument. But when you bring one home and live with it, whew! Let's talk Tizen. That's their smart TV OS. In 2025, it's a bloated, clunky billboard. Pop-ups, ads on the home screen, constant recommendations for shows you don't watch, platforms you didn't ask for. One angry user told us, I bought a $2,000 TV and the first thing it did was play an insurance ad. I turned off the ad settings, still got the ad, just in another window. Samsung's picture is great. You can't take that away. They tuned their HDR beautifully, and for gaming, the latency is among the best. But they're monetizing everything. The hardware is yours, the software experience belongs to Samsung and their advertisers. It's like buying a high-end stereo, then having it interrupt your music every 10 minutes for a word from your sponsors. People are mad. And rightfully so. Game performance? Check. Color tuning? Check. Respect for your living room? Unchecked. Samsung's smartest person in the room complex is making them forget who their real customer is. And that's dangerous, because no amount of nits, upscaling, or marketing flash can make up for annoyance. So where does that leave us? We've burned through the recognizable disasters, the fallen heroes, the bloated giants. But what about the underdog? What about the brand that used to be mocked, and now it's stepping up? So, what did we learn? That behind every glowing TV wall and showroom demo reel is a game being played. And if you're not careful, you lose.
Because right now, in 2025, some of the biggest brands in the world aren't making TVs anymore. They're making illusions. Logos you trust? They've been sold, licensed, rebranded, stripped down, or bloated with ad software designed to turn your screen into a marketing channel. This isn't just about pixels. It's about expectations. It's how tech that used to be reliable, offline, and simple has turned into something needy, loud, and sketchy. Samsung wants your living room to double as a billboard. LG wants firmware to fix what hardware should have done right. Sony still makes art, but forgets that not everyone wants to pay luxury tax just to watch Netflix without lag. And the rest? Well, most of them are just ghosts in a plastic box. Names from the 90s. Built cheap, sold quick, and buried at the landfill before season 2 of your favorite show even arrives. But here's the part they don't want you to notice. Real quality still exists. It's just not where you expected. Brands like TCL, once laughed at, are quietly building TVs that work, that hold up, that don't shove pop-ups down your throat every time you turn on the news. It's not because they're perfect. It's because they remembered what the bigger brands forgot, that a smart TV doesn't have to be a genius. It just has to work. So yeah, before you buy your next TV, ask yourself something. Is this screen for me or for them? Because flashy menus, branded apps, and half-baked updates, that's not innovation. That's just noise. They want one that's smart enough to work. Before you go, hit that subscribe button. We don't just review, we expose. From the hype to the hidden failures to the tricks brands hope you'll never question. So hit like, tap subscribe, and join thousands of smart shoppers who already know. Smart spending starts with asking smarter questions.